be responsible people, we shouldn't just be talking about our health. We should also talk about our environment, because the health and the environment, they go hand in hand. That is why we wanted to celebrate Earth Day here on Kababayan LA. Earth Day this year is actually April 22nd. Pero April 22nd falls on Good Friday. That's next week. Kaya po may mga kababayan tayo sa Carson that are doing something for the environment and to educate us this coming Friday. Let's watch this interview. Earth Day is on April 15th. So many things happening in the world right now, and so it's very important to really take care of our environment. So a lot of calamities, a lot of man-made and natural disasters, but of course it stems out of us not really taking care of our natural resources, and that's why we have John and Mr. Marquez here joining us on Kababayan LA to talk to us about Earth Day. What's going to happen in Carson?
On Carson, on the 15th, April 15th, this upcoming Friday, we're basically going to have an Earth Day festival. So there's going to be performers, there's going to be organizations tabling with various information on their organizations and environmental health information as well. So it's going to be a day of health education, environmental health education, as well as entertainment and activities for younger attendees.
Why is it important that we are aware of what's happening and we are involved?
Well, in various communities, a lot of times there's industries there. The people and residents know they're there, but a lot of times they do not understand, well, what are the environmental impacts of some of the industries, and then what are the public health impacts of these industries. Our organization, the Coalition for a Safe Environment, we have members in Carson and throughout the harbor area, and we specialize in researching environmental impacts and public health impacts, and then we bring it to the community where we participate in classes and workshops and Earth Day events. Like this particular Thursday, we're going to be bringing some of our air quality test equipment.
You mean Thursday or Friday? April 15th. Okay, Friday.
Friday.
Okay, and then, so you test the air quality in Carson, right?
We will actually have residents from Carson who just completed one of our Goods Movement 101 classes where they're trained in how to do air testing in their own community. Well, now they're going to come to Earth Day and do demonstrations there at our table showing here is test instrumentation that's used in the scientific field.
Right.
And here's how everyday residents can learn how to use it so they understand the relationship of air quality to their health.
Interesting. But, when we talk about these things, there's so many problems, obviously, that when you look at it face value, it seems so daunting. So what can we do in small ways, maybe attend conferences like this, like the Earth Day that's happening on Friday? But what else can we do in our own little ways to help, just take care of our environment?
Well, the best way that we can get involved is within our own communities locally. And so, we talk about radiation in Japan, there's oil spills in the Gulf, but we really don't realize that there are industries right here in LA, in the South Bay, in Carson, where People's Core, the organization which is organizing Earth Day on Friday, we've been doing work in the South Bay for years and working on the refineries, and people don't understand that there are people dying of cancer and other ailments in our own communities, and that's where we need to start.
Right. How exactly do we start? Do we start lobbying for these companies to get out of our city, or what do we do?
Well, there's a couple of things to do. For example, BP Arco or refinery is in Carson, and it is having a health impact. But the people do not realize there's a connection. If you have been diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or anemia,
that could be
related to the oil refinery because there's a specific chemical named benzene.
Okay.
And actually, in the air pollution that comes out of the refinery, that one chemical is being released to the air.
Right.
And so we educate the public and residents to understand that your health problem may have been caused by that. Now, what can they do? Well, once they learn that, what happens is that refineries come up every 5 years for their new permit. So then now we can talk with the South Coast Air Quality Management District saying that, wait a minute, the levels of benzene that you permit are too high. We need to lower it to a safer level. Then we also meet with city council members and the mayor of Carson so that they understand that, wait a minute, you must support residents in addressing some of these issues and talking with government agencies, also asking them. And then since the company is in Carson, you give them a business license.
Right, exactly.
So
very well said, nicely explained. And that is why I guess everything starts with awareness. And that is why I think it helps that you organize Earth Day events such as this, because then people get to know what's really going on in their environment in relation to their health. So thank you so much, More Power. Go ahead and invite our viewers to come to your event on Friday.
Okay, so this upcoming Friday from 3 to 6, it starts at 3 so that kids after school, they can come, parents can bring their kids. It's for all ages. It's completely free. It's going to be at Dolphin Park in the city of Carson from 3 to 6.
Sounds good. Be informed, be aware. Thank you so much, and more power to both of you.
Thank you
so much.
And we also have sports news today on Kababayan LA. At the top of the program, I mentioned yesterday we went to Big Bear. Boy, that gave me serious headache, motion sickness, papunta po sa Big Bear. But it was well worth it because guess what? Sugar Shane Mosley, he's a boxing champion. He actually opened his doors for us. Did you know that he trains in his house? Yes, sa kanya pong garahe, meron pong nagtayo po siya ng state-of-the-art gym doon. And that's where he's training for his upcoming fight against Manny Pacquiao. Of course, magsasagupaan po ang dalawa sa May 7th in Las Vegas. And, of course, a lot of people have been interviewing these personalities. Freddie Roach has been interviewed, trainer of Manny Pacquiao, and he said that he expects Manny to knock out Mayweather Mosley after the 4th round. So, either round 5, round 6, or round 7. So, of course, nung kinausap po natin si Sugar Shane Mosley yesterday, we asked him to comment on that. And here's what he had to say. Freddie Roach predicted Manny Pacquiao is going to knock you out after the 4th round, maybe 5, 6, or 7.
Ooh, that's pretty interesting. That's going to be a hard task to do. I've never been knocked out before, and it's kind of even the light heavyweights I spar with and big guys, they can't really hurt me like that. So if he does that, he's very special.
They are actually both special, Sugar Shane Mosley and Manny Pacquiao. Sugar Shane Mosley is such a class act, napaka-humble po, at napaka-polite. And of course, we all know he's a future Hall of Famer. And that is why we didn't just talk to him about that. We also talked to him about using Twitter and so many other things. He's been tweeting in Tagalog the past few days. Kaya po, bukas abangan niyo ang ating full interview with Sugar Shane Mosley, along with his trainer, along with his father, and so many other things from the media day. For now, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you again tomorrow.